Dev, Tuesday night first, how good was it to be back out there?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was the first competitive one, 90 minutes in a long time. So no, it was good. I obviously love playing football, so it was just good to be back out there in a competitive game.
And the smile on your face, we saw it's good to get a goal, whatever the circumstance.
Yeah, obviously it was good to get on the score sheet. It was just a poor result really, and we spoke about it after, and it's done now. We're looking forward to Saturday.
It is done, it's been and gone, but is it a shock to the players when something like that happens? Did you go into the game thinking, yeah, we're going to win this one?
I think you go into every game saying that you're going to win, or hoping you're going to win at least. Everything was done properly on the game, and it's just one of them things. They did have some really good players, and it just wasn't our night.
What it hasn't dented is the good positive feeling that's in that dressing room and has been since you came back.
Yeah, I don't think we can let. We obviously have to look back on the game and go through what we did wrong and did right, but we need to look forward to the next game. We can't dwell on the last game, and as you say, there's a positive feeling around the place.
Important thing for yourself, which we started with the fact that you're out there getting 90 minutes and feeling good for it.
Yeah, definitely. I felt really good, and I think I woke up Wednesday morning and thought I don't feel like an old man here. I felt quite good. So no, it was good. Listen. I love playing football, and I fully enjoyed being out on the pitch on Tuesday night.
And I said this to Simo at the time, down at Grimsby, you start in the game. You must think, you look up at the skies and think, yeah, not just the rain, what is going against me up here? Because you get your start and that happens.
Yeah, it's just listen. It's one of them things. We're having a bit of a laugh in the dressing room after and on the bus. It's just summed up my luck really. But no, listen, just need to work hard and hopefully get picked again soon.
You've been doing that, Jamie, from the minute you came back, from the minute that you got over the injury and started working in pre-season. How important was it for you to get that contract?
Yeah, listen. There was nothing else in my mind apart from trying to impress and get that contract. And when it got offered to me, it was only one thing that was going to happen really. So I was just buzzing to get it done.
You made it clear that you had no interest looking anywhere else. You were going to come back, and Simo said you could come back and train with the team. That was the focus, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I knew come the end of the season that there wasn't going to be just listen. There's a contract offer because I hadn't proved my fitness or anything else really. So it was just hard work over the summer, and then I got quite ill over the summer. Had quite a bad summer, so coming back I was probably playing catch up a little bit. So I was quite worried, but no, listen, it was proper hard work in pre-season, but fully enjoyable, and I feel really good for it now.
We could see it coming up into Largs in particular. You were back. You were the Jamie Devitt that everybody knows.
Yeah, listen, I love this club as everyone knows, and my aim was just getting that contract. And Largs was quite tough as well, and the game against Livingston was really tough because the weather was like a dead heat. There was no sun, but it was just you couldn't catch your breath really. But to get 90 there gave me good confidence, and I've not looked back.
When you say something, I mean, it wasn't just words. When you say to the public, I've got no interest looking elsewhere, I'm going to come here. Let's see what happens. What is it about this club, Jamie?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I've just since I've come, I think the first year I was here, it didn't go quite as good as we thought. And I remember saying at the time to John Coleman that if I only had a year's contract, I probably wouldn't have got offered another year. So it was good just even the positivity around the place because I moved up and lived around town, and that the people were all really nice. I think it's because we moved up and stuff like that helped me a lot. And I don't know, I honestly can't put a thing on it, but I just love being here. And when the gaffer said to me in the summer about coming back and trying to earn the contract, there was only one answer to it, because he did say if he can't stop anything if another club comes in, and I just said I didn't want to speak to another club. I wanted to come back in here and prove.
I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but he's shown a bit of faith in you there, hasn't he? What does that mean to a player when that happens?
No, a lot. I think as a player you want to be wanted, and the first thing, the conversation we had was, let's not just come back because you get on with everybody or this and that. I want you to make an impact, and that was the biggest thing for me. I didn't want to just come in and enjoy being here, or I can't enjoy it if I'm not playing. I think you'll see me around the place, I'm quite positive, but when I'm not playing, it does hurt me. So my aim is to just get in that team and stay there.
It's a great group as well. You can hear, I mean, you're always taking the mickey. We always see you in the background of our interviews and things like that. It's that kind of group of players, isn't it?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I think it was one of the things we said in Lags. Obviously I had no contract in Lags, but I felt part of it, even though I I wasn't contracted, and we are a really tight group. We got together in Lags, don't know how many times, and just literally just had a laugh at everybody. We play a game of cards that's called Wolf or something like that. It's not even, there's no money involved or anything. It's just pure, everyone just having a laugh. And the manager seen it one of the nights up there, and I think he really enjoyed it, because every single member of the squad was in part of it, and we just laughed the whole day and night.
Serious part of it. You lot want to achieve something this year.
1,000,000%. Don't think the feeling that's around the club, the feeling in the dressing room, everything. If we want to achieve something, as you say, and it'll be a failure if we don't.
You've had a horrible run with the injuries. You've spoke about it at length yourself. Is that done now? Does it feel like at last we're over it?
Yeah, I don't want to just say it's done, but 10 fate. But I'm feeling really good. All this, I think the manager was really happy with all the stats the other night. Everyone's feeling good, and everyone, as you can see, the injured lads are back now as well. So everybody's pushing everybody, and if someone's not starting, they're pushing the person that is starting. So it can only be good for the gaffer.
We've said this to you before. You are Mr. Grumpy when you aren't starting, but there's a little bit of understanding this time, isn't there, Jamie? That you're here, you're going to battle for this. You're going to compete.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I remember speaking to the manager, and he said, "Oh, you might not be a guaranteed starter." And my reaction back to him was, "Well, that's up to me. If he puts me in the team, and it's down to me to keep that place." So, as I said, I don't want to just be part of the squad or this and that. I want to be contributing every week and making a difference.
You mentioned that first season. I reckon if we did the stats, you'd be the Carlisle United player who hit the post most. The goals started to come the season after that, and that's what you're about, and it must be great to go back to it, to have kicked off the season as you did on Tuesday.
No, definitely. I think I've sort of played a different position under the manager. I've sort of played in more not defensive, but probably more of a holding than attacking. So he moved me more forward at half time, and listen, I love scoring goals, I love creating goals, and I'm hoping I can contribute more and more as we go on.
And the fans, Jamie, when we announced that it was done, that you got the contract, social media went mad. What's that like?
There's no better feeling, really. I think me and you speak a lot, and we said, when's it getting done, when's it getting done? It's just a good feeling, to be honest. You can't really, I don't know what the word is, can't put a finger on what it feels like, really, but it's a really good feeling.
In front of them all tomorrow, whether you start or whatever happens with team selection, we want another back-to-back league wins, don't we?
Yeah, 1,000,000%, and I think it's important that we bounce back from the other night as well. We want the winning feeling, and we want to make this place a proper tough place to come, that people don't want to come, and I think that's down to us to make that, and I think we have had a good home record so far, and I think we need to keep it going.
I know it's early to ask this question, but I think I'll probably have to, even though there's the rest of the season to go. I don't think you'd mind being here another one, at least.
What, next season?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I'm 32 now. I'd love to just stay here now until I'm finished and see what happens.
Thanks for your time, Jamie.